Hello, beautiful people.
Are you ready to start?
Why not?
Let's roll.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to another episode of Digital Activism. Today we have Mikey Stone, the one, the only. How are you?
So good. How are you doing?
Doing great. Besides, like I said, ear infection, but we are chilling.
I know. I'm so sorry for you.
No, we got the meds. We're all good now.
Yeah, you're on the up.
Yeah, we are. We are.
Good.
So if for some reason you don't know who Mikey is, he is how would I describe Mikey on social media?
Oh my God, someone just asked me the other day, and I was just like, I guess you could say I'm just a random guy who's turned into a menace, trying to raise
Fair.
awareness for ALS and people with disabilities.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There you go. That's Mikey, y'all. Episode done. No, I'm kidding. No, he has over 181,000 followers on Instagram, over 338,000 on TikTok. What is happening? That's amazing.
I don't know. I literally, it's been so fast too.
How long have you been doing social media?
Professionally, like maybe 2 years. Yeah, I just started really like talking about like what I was going through like 2 years ago, and then here we are, and it's so weird. But I'm super thankful, so grateful.
Oh yeah. What was your relationship with social media before?
My relationship with social media before is totally different. I think it was more of like I think it came from like more of like a vanity kind of self point where I was just like, I really wanted to just showcase like my life and the cool things I'm doing to like my friends in high school that like I don't really talk to anymore. I just wanted to like look really cool online, you know, and then now it's like I'm using it to connect with people and raise awareness and do something like really good with it. So it's like totally switched.
Yeah. I would say mine was very similar. So
Mm-hmm.
people are going to disagree with me on here, I'm sure, but when I look back at like high school and middle school and all that, I was also very late to the game of social media on every platform. I don't know why, but I was just a little late on everything. And so, but I was also so self-conscious and like shy that I wasn't going to post anything. So like I didn't need it.
Yeah.
And so the trends, whatever you would call trends back then, didn't keep up with them. Vines didn't keep up with them. And then high school, I had it posted here and there. And then college happened, and I was like, whoa, I'm a completely different person now.
Hold on, let me hop on this.
Yeah, and now it is my quite literal life. All my part-time jobs consist of social media.
But that's so cool though. Like I love how what social media has turned into. I mean, I think that there is like a darker side to it, but like I think that what we use it for, and like I think it's kind of pumping that good back into it, you know?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, and
So
I love seeing your videos and your content and like pop up.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I followed you. Oh gosh, I don't know. It's been a while.
I can't remember when I followed you either. I feel like I've known you like ever, and like this is our first time like meeting.
I know. I was trying to think. It's been a while. So I follow you on TikTok and then obviously on Instagram. I think you had posted a cover of a song maybe, or like a snippet of a song. I don't know what it was. And I love music. That's just a big, like, I can't sing worth a shit, but like, I love music. And so covers, I love cover songs. I am different from my friends in that way. They're like, I'm too picky about cover songs. I'm like, give me any cover song. I'm going to love it. Like, I don't know why.
In the same way, I love a good cover. I'm like,
I love a good cover. So like, I guess probably I saw one of those in addition to your advocating, and that's how I got over to your Instagram, is through the music side of things. Because for a long time, my TikTok was more advocating focused, like people I followed, and Instagram was friends, celebrities, and music type things, really, honestly. And so I was like, oh, let me get Mikey over here. And I did, and my TikTok got hacked a few months ago. Just got it back a month ago after 3 months.
That's my biggest fear.
Listen, do that two-factor authentication before it's too late.
Like literally right after this, that's what I'm gonna go
No,
do.
literally. I thought I did it. Apparently, I didn't. And my cousin was in computer science, and he was like, "Why don't you do this? You're stupid." I was like, "No, no, don't tell me. Just be like, oh, dang."
And so they just got in, and what they do with it? They just changed the password.
Well, okay. So I was literally outside just finished up doing some meditation. Okay.
Nice.
Thank God, because I'm laying here and I am on my phone afterwards, and I'm literally on my TikTok and scrolling, and I get a notification. Your phone number or your email has been successfully changed. Before I could process what was happening, I was logged out of all my devices. My password was changed. The phone number was removed. The email was removed. They changed my username. So they kept like the actual like at whatever, but
Yeah.
the name but no, other way around. They kept my name, but then changed the at, and I was like, oh no. And TikTok has no customer service besides AI,
Right.
and so I was contacting them over and over. Couldn't get past the AI. I was emailing 3 months, and finally somebody got back to me, and I was finally able to get it back. And I had to like prove when I created the account, the month and year, when my first video was, when like the email that was originally with it, the phone number that was originally with it, what the new username is, like all this stuff.
Oh,
I was like,
I would
what?
screwed. There's no way I would have remembered any of that.
So what I did was, they didn't post anything on my account. The only thing that changed was the username. They didn't like. I was like, y'all. It almost pissed me off more that they didn't use it. It just sat there. I'm like,
But
you have my account that Megan Trainor follows me on, and you won't give me that back.
if you're gonna
You,
use it,
yeah,
do something
literally
crazy.
do something.
Yeah.
Like, dang it, yeah. And so I was like, so I went. Luckily, when I first started TikTok, every video I saved just before they had collections. I guess I would save them to my phone, and so I went back to the very first video I had saved to my phone, and it was like September 20. No, yeah, September 2020 or something. And I was like, I guess I'm gonna put that. Let's hope. And somehow I did it. I
That's so
don't know
crazy.
how.
So sorry
Yeah.
that happened to you. That's literally my biggest fear. I was just thinking about that today, and I was just like, what if somebody like so
Apparently it's been happening a lot. I don't know what's going on, but I'm fortunate enough to get it back. I don't know.
I'm
But
so glad you got it back. TikTok is also just horrible in general about customer service and like helping
oh,
people. Like there's so many like fake accounts of me out there right now, and like people are like messaging me like, "Hey, like did you ask me for money?" And I'm like, "Oh
uh,
my God." And it's like
no.
I've emailed them and I've nothing.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so yeah, I thought that was, I guess, so off topic there.
No, you're
Um,
sorry. I'm such a derailer. Like
no, I will. I think every podcast I listen to does the same thing because I can't just have a streamlined podcast.
no, I like when I listen to a podcast, I like things to go off, and then they're like
hmm
to the point where they're like, "All right, we got to bring it back."
Exactly. I'm like, wait, sorry. But anyway, yeah. So, I, yeah, follow you over on Instagram. And then I was like, I need to DM Mikey. And so I did.
Watching your videos and your content. I think it's
Thank you.
what you're doing, and I'm just super happy to be here. So thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So, can we talk about your diagnosis and the journey that goes into that? As much detail as you want to talk about or don't want to talk about. Yeah,
Absolutely, and I'm an open book, so like fire
same.
away. No, nothing is off limits. I think I've talked about it all at this point, but yeah. So 3 years ago, I just noticed some like tightness in my left foot. Didn't really think anything about it because I was working at a restaurant and serving, and I just thought maybe I was burnt out because I was working lots of 12-hour doubles. I was really hustling for that bag, and didn't think anything about it, and it just ended up spreading. I noticed some twitching. It eventually moved to my right leg, and had to end up moving back in with my parents, back home here to Texas. And that was like the start of like a 2.5 year thing where like I was really progressing, and I was going to all these doctors, and like all these doctors were like, I don't know what is going on, but I'm not the one that's gonna figure it out, so we're gonna send you to another doctor, you know, that whole thing.
Yep,
And
yep, yep.
referral after referral, and I ended up, driving all across the country to go to these specialists, and um, one thing led to another. We found out that I have this genetic mutation that can cause, neurological problems. I think it's been associated with epilepsy, Alzheimer's, and ALS. I have epilepsy. I've had epilepsy since I was a kid, but it was misdiagnosed until until we found this mutation like a year and a half ago, 2 years, which is really crazy. Um,
Yeah.
but because the types of seizures I have, they're not like the stereotypical, I guess, like what you'd see in a movie of somebody having a seizure or something. I literally am totally aware. I just like can't see anything, and then I get like a really bad headache. But
Oh, wow.
yeah, it's so weird. But that is all controlled with medication now, and so I was seeing my epileptologist, and I was like, yeah, like thank you so much for everything you've done. My seizures are under control now, but like I still feel like I'm having these muscle problems. And he was like, what do you mean? And so like I told him, and he kind of did some stuff, checked me out, and then he was like, all right, I really want you to go see my friend who is an ALS specialist at this ALS clinic, and I want you to do this test called an EMG. And I was like, oh, ALS, like, and I kind of knew what ALS was, but kind of didn't, at the same time, like,
Mhm.
just thought of Stephen Hawking. And so I was like, all right, well, hope it's not that, but like, I'll go, I'll show up, and showed up to the appointment. And um, the test is really weird itself, and ALS is one of those things where it's like there's no test that will like you'll do and they'll tell you like you have ALS. It's kind of like a diagnosis of exclusion. They got to roll everything else out first, and there are tests that can help like aid in diagnosis, but nothing that'll definitively be like, yeah, you've got ALS. It's kind of like a
Mhm.
mix of things and a clinical picture really before you get the diagnosis. And so yeah, I did this test, and it's like a two-part test. It took like an hour. So they had me strip and get in a little gown, which was basically like a fancy like restaurant napkin, lay on this metal,
Yeah.
yeah, laid on this metal table. And the first part was like they tase you with this like medical grade taser.
Oh.
Yeah, it was. I think that was worse than this next part. The next part was they take like a needle. It's like an acupuncture needle, but it's got like a wire on the end of it, and I think it's like sending signals to this like computer. And they just stick you a bunch of times and like move it around in your muscles, and that,
Interesting.
yeah, it was really weird. It was very wonky to me, but that tests how your muscles and your nerves are communicating with each other, how well they are.
Huh.
So they're supposed to do my full body, but after just doing my left side, they were like, I've seen enough.
Oh.
Yeah, they're like, when do you come back? And I was like, I'm scheduled to come back to you for the results or just to follow up in like, I think it was 3 months. And they were like, go to the front desk, you're coming back in 4 days. And I was like, oh, all right. So that's when I kind
Mm.
of knew something was like really wrong and off. And like I knew something was off because like this whole 2.5 years, I was like, I think to myself, I was like, if I was gonna get better, I would have gotten better by now.
Yeah.
My doctor eventually ended up saying those like same exact words to me later. It was really crazy, but yeah. So I came back, and they were like, "All right, so like gonna go ahead and diagnose you with ALS today, so you could start this treatment." And that was February 26th of this year, 2025, and I was 25 years old, and that was kind of the start of where we're at now, and my this new journey I've embarked on.
Yeah, absolutely. I cannot imagine the not knowing, like
Yeah,
I obviously like we have been through a lot and
yeah.
what we're going through. I'm fortunate enough to know, you know, mostly when I was started having issues like what it was type
Mhm.
situation. But the not knowing going through that, I'm so sorry that you had to go through all that and there's so many doctors and so much stuff and
As like
yeah.
someone like, because I know you get it. I know you know how it is. It's like I think it's beautiful to be able to share that like empathy with someone and just that solidarity of like, yeah, that sucks. And so I appreciate it, and it makes me so mad that like we're not the only ones that have gone through that, and that the people are going to continue to go through that. And I just did a podcast hosted by this neurologist, and at the end she was like, if there's one, because like I think she was saying like mostly medical professionals and providers listen to the podcast, and she was like, if there's one thing that you want to like talk about, or one piece of advice to share with medical providers like who may listen to this, what is it? And I was just like, listen to your patients.
Yeah, and it sounds so cliche, but it's so true because
True.
okay, so since I'm trying to think of what year that would have been, it's 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
I've had kidney stones.
Oh my
And
God,
and they were pretty rough. So, and they're like, I have them on both sides of the family, so it's not like it was a huge shocker, but like, last thing I want to deal with. And
yeah, and you're young too, so it's like,
yeah, it was the summer before my freshman year of high school.
wow.
Yeah, so I was going from middle school to high school. Yeah, and that's the first kidney stone I had, and then I went to obviously a urologist and went to quite a few. They were pediatrics. I was not 18, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you're fine. Probably just kidney stone, whatever." I said, "Okay, but it's like really bad."
Yeah.
But that's how it was for 5 years. It's like whatever. And so I waited till I turned 18. I was actually 19 at this point, and I went to a non-pediatric, urologist.
Yeah.
And it was during COVID. COVID had just started, so this is probably April.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even closer to May, somewhere around there, 2020. And freshman year of college, COVID happened, so I'm just like finishing up freshman year.
Yeah.
I'm an orientation leader. Like it was all going great. And I go to this new urologist, and he actually he never saw me in person. Actually, he looked at my scans from 4 to 5 years previous from the pediatric, and he said, "Hey." I said, "Hey," and he said, on a video call, mind you, he said, "I hate to do this over video, but your other doctor was so stupid." I was like, "What do you mean?" He said, "Your kidney, yes, you were 15, 16, whatever. Your kidney was the size of a 2-year-old's kidney, and it's only functioning at 10%.
Oh.
This kidney should have been removed 5 years ago." He's like, "In 2 weeks, you're having the surgery. I'll see you for your pre-op. That's the first time I'm going to get to meet you." And he ended up transferring me to one of his doctor buddies that had done the surgery more recently.
Okay.
And so a kidney is supposed to weigh 0.25-ish pounds-ish.
Yeah.
With the because it was encased in infection,
Mm-hmm.
when they took it out, it weighed a pound.
Because
A
of the infection
pound.
and everything else like around.
Yeah. Yeah, by the time they moved the kidney and everything, and there's so much more stuff, but anyway. Yeah, a pound. One kidney. I was like, what? Like, what is happening?
That's so insane.
And yeah.
Like, it makes me so. Honestly, like, it's satisfying when your new doctor will be like, "Hey, so they were stupid." Like,
Literally his words on a Zoom call.
love
Your
that.
doctor's stupid.
Honestly, that's even kind of more iconic that it was over a Zoom
Yeah.
call, because I don't know why, but that's just like.
It does. It feels so much something. Yeah.
Yeah, and like, but also like the fact that it's all these years later, and you're just now finding out like why you're feeling this way, and how frustrating.
Yeah,
So
and
that
it threw my blood pressure off. So because I was my body had this infection.
yeah.
My blood pressure was constantly higher than it should have been. My heart rate. I was constantly had a low grade fever, flush face. They thought that was just a part of me.
Right.
It wasn't. And when they took the kidney out, my body reacted like a brand new infection because it got rid of it after having it for so long.
I was so used to it.
Oh, yeah. Plus, COVID is so much stuff going into it. But yeah, I was like, what in the world? Like, he's a pediatric doctor. He should know what a 2-year-old's kidney looks like compared to a 17, 16-year-old's.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, and that's like his field that he works with anyway.
That's him.
Just
Yeah.
younger, like he should
Yeah.
be. Yeah, that's crazy. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad.
That whole experience.
Yeah. No,
And like,
I'm glad that they figured it out, and that.
Yeah, I'm chilling with a solo kidney over here now. I'm all good. But
Yeah, I'm glad everything's okay.
Yeah.
In that department.
I have a story I have to tell you after we're done recording because I don't think I can say it on this podcast. Quite interesting. Something that a radiologist, I guess, told me, but we'll come back to that later.
Yeah. Sorry,
um,
sorry everybody. You won't get the
yeah,
tea.
sorry, DM me. I just don't know if I want my voice saying it on air, but
Right,
that's
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, how did you find, or what was the process, and when did you start finding community online after this diagnosis? I know you said it was in February, but how
Yeah.
quickly did that transfer over into social media?
So I was documenting my like journey to figure out what was going on with me, like since like 2 years ago. I
Mhm.
was just so like, doctors were not getting any, it was not getting anywhere with doctors. My family was being kind of like, like it
Yeah.
was getting to that point where a lot of people were like, oh, he's losing it. This is like stress and it's in his mind. Like that was a real thing. And I really felt crazy for a
Mm-mm.
long time. But I like just made a little video and I was not doing well because I was having lots of side effects from like an epilepsy medication that like I was on at that time. So my speech was like very slurred. I looked insane. I was like in a sweater on my bed hugging like my stuffed hedgehog. I was a mess. And I literally just like opened TikTok, made it, I recorded it, and I was like, please, if there's anybody out there that is like going through this, like I just want to talk to you. Like I don't know what is happening to me. And that video ended up like going viral, and that was like the first time that like
I
people
feel
were.
like that was the video I saw.
It was like, man, it was like
Maybe.
2 years ago. I don't know. I looked really rough, and
I gotta go back and see.
it was crazy.
Like which one was first? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And so after that, I think people kind of started like, you know, keeping up with me, and I started keeping up with other people that were messaging me and reaching out to me, and that's when I first really started to connect with people, I guess. And it was more along the lines of like, because I was more in like the undiagnosed disease community and kind of more the rare disease community at that point, not knowing that it was like this mutation and ALS and things like that. But um, yeah, so that was kind of the start of it. And then I was doing that for a while, and then like right like that week before I was diagnosed, I came on TikTok and I was like, all right, here's the tea. It's not great news. And I know this is kind of what we've been working towards, was getting a diagnosis or figuring out what was wrong with me. I had no idea it'd be something as serious as ALS, but
Mhm.
it was, yeah, it was just really surreal. So I just came on there and I was like, all right, so the doctor thinks I have ALS. I'm gonna go do this test. I'll keep you guys updated. And then I got diagnosed and came back, told everybody, and that's kind of when it switched to more raising awareness for ALS, because I don't know, after a while I just realized, there's not a lot about ALS, there's not a lot of research, funding's behind, research is advancing, but because of funding, and same with clinical trials, so I kind of shifted my focus more towards, and then I started being able to connect with other people with ALS and family members who have had people with ALS and other motor neuron diseases and things like that. So it was kind of trippy to like go back and look at my videos. And it was kind of like weird, like seeing myself document like from the time like I felt something was wrong to the time I got like a terminal diagnosis like ALS. It was such a trip. But connecting with people on there has been great.
How did how did music help you with this whole journey? Because I know, like we talked about before, I don't know if it was recording at the moment, but music is a big part of both of us. In different ways. I'm a listener, you are a producer. How yeah, how did it help you get through a lot of it?
So it's kind of like I've kind of the last 2 years I've kind of had like a mixed relationship with music. Um, as a listener and a lover of music in general, I think it's really gotten me through my darkest times. If there's something like a feeling that I don't know how to get out or say, like I can go find a song that does that for me. But also just like my favorite artists, they really get me through my dark times. And I think music is a good distraction for me because it really takes me out of the situation I'm in and kind of transport me to like somewhere I want to be, you know what I mean,
Mhm.
mentally. And I think that's really cool. As a producer, I think it's also been a great distraction and a great therapy for me to be able to create music still, and kind of channel these really complex emotions that I'm having into something that something I can turn into art and make it beautiful or sad or angry, whatever. I can make any kind of music I want, however I'm feeling,
Yeah.
and that's really cool. So that's been a great outlet for me. But also, I think like losing the function of things, like my uh, my diaphragm's getting weaker, so like singing's kind of, I can't really do it for long periods of time. My left hand is kind of janky when it comes to doing certain things, and so I've kind of had to make it more accessible. Um, so kind of have had a mixed relationship with it because there are some areas where I still feel frustrated in, but overall, like I don't know, I don't think that I would be who I am today without like have had that outlet for me
Yeah.
through this hard time.
Yeah. I think for me that was, especially in high school, I felt like I started getting weaker
Hmm.
with SMA. And so I've been diagnosed since I was 2, but it's a progressive, you
Yeah.
progressively get weaker as you go. And so I hadn't started the medication or anything at the time because it wasn't even approved, FDA approved at the time. But um my thing was filming, broadcasting, all those things. Like went on film competition trips to Nashville. Like, I did so much of that, but then I got to the point where I couldn't really use a camera anymore. And I would say that honestly started middle school, but like a really big time in high school. And we had to really adapt to making it accessible. And that was incredibly fear infuriating. But also, once I figured it out, what worked for me, it was like the most freeing experience ever and feeling ever. Like it almost got really bad, but then it got really good, you know. And I had to do it all over again. Every few years I'm like, "Oh, I'm weak on this side," or "Oh, this is not where I want," or "Oh, I had this opportunity, but I can't do it because of that," whatever. Um, how have you found how have you made music accessible to you, like to make and create?
Yeah, I mean, like kind of like how you were saying, having to like kind of figure out how to like, learn how to use a camera again, but just like in a different way, kind of like similar things like with playing, I can't really play the guitar anymore. So that's kind of the only thing that like I really haven't figured out is actually picking up the guitar and like trying to play it because I just can't push the strings down.
Mhm.
When I want to add guitar, like I mean, I have like a lot of guitarist friends and I could just ask them, but sometimes I just like to do things like on the fly. And so I've found like plugins in my software where I can just use my like, one of my keyboards and push a button and like, I can pick
Yeah.
the type of guitar, like electric, acoustic, bass, and pick the strumming. So things like that, finding plugins that make things easier for me and um, kind of not cheating a little bit, but just cutting some corners, making it easier. But just
That's
like,
just shortcuts, that's not
yeah,
cheating.
it's just shortcuts. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, things like that. And there's still things that I'm trying to figure out. And, like SMA, ALS is progressive, and I have to think about the future and like what making
Mhm.
music in the future is going to look like because I'd rather think about it now than get there and then be like, oh man, I should have thought about that.
Yeah,
Or like,
I've
so
had to learn that.
yeah, yeah, but it's like, who wants to think about it right now? Because it's like, it
Exactly.
seems so far away, but you never know. And so I do have an eye gaze device, and I was talking to my rep about it when I first got it. I'm still in the practicing phase because I don't really need it yet, but we talked about maybe like figuring out a way to like make music with it. It's never really been done, but stay tuned because
That'd be really cool.
yeah, it'd be super cool and I think groundbreaking as well. And I've also thought about like, I don't know how to do this because I'm not a techie kind of person, but figuring out how to like make a software for, people with disabilities or you know, people who have you know, disabilities in their hands or just in general, how to, creating a software like on how to make music with either like your eyes or just more simple. Like I feel like
Yeah.
it's really cool, but I just don't know how to do that because I'm not a coder. I'm not an app person. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would be really cool, like even to start out. I don't know if you know who Sarah Dietschy is. She's a YouTuber, like
No.
techie person. She's very techie, like Apple, everything.
Cool.
And she just released something. I cannot remember what it's called. It's a project, a subscription you pay, or it's a one-time payment. But like it provides like hours of video and reading content that she has made, like showing how to set up this, like from a basic setup to your very own studio setup, and it like gives a budget range, devices. That'd be cool to have something like that,
Yeah.
like except accessible music focused,
That's
in
pretty
different
cool.
tiers. Yeah, it's just a website. Like you pay and then you get the lifetime access to it. It's pretty cool.
That's neat. Yeah.
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 'Cause I thought about when eventually, not now, I'm too broke, but eventually, I think it'd be cool because I'm just a big tech. I buy stuff like technology that I do not need because I simply find it fun and cool.
Me too. Like with my studio, I have so much stuff and I'm like, I don't even use this. Like,
Yeah, I don't. I look at my desk right now. I'm like, do I really need all this?
right, but am I gonna sell it? No.
No, absolutely not. Please not spend money on this. One thing I did buy from accessible tech, and I will, if you're watching the video, I'll put it up right here. But it is I think it's MX Creative Console from Logitech, and
Yeah.
it's mostly for like Adobe products, so editing video, audio, whatever.
Okay.
But it you can customize the buttons to do literally everything. Like right now, I have volume controls, screenshot, emojis, and play, pause, rewind, fast forward buttons for music while I'm working.
That is
If I can't press like, 2 or 3 different keys on the keyboard, like copy and paste, Control C, Control V,
right.
it's just one button. And it is $200, and I got it on stuff for $170. But it also has attached to it a knob to like fine tune the timeline of editing where you're at or scrolling, or it's so good. I've had it for 3 days, and I've already at least made my $170 back.
I'm gonna have to get that link from you because
Oh yeah, I'm gonna put it on my Amazon thing, but like you could use it for, I mean, especially if you use Adobe Audition. But
right.
yeah, but I've figured out ways to use it for Canva, for social media, for work. I've used it for, of course, video editing, like video games. I have my music right here, like like I've already got my money's worth in it, and I've had it for 3 days.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
I
I'm
just sent it to
so
you.
cool to know that there's like stuff out there like that because I think a lot of people like see us and like other creators with like disabilities and things like that, like doing the thing, but like I don't
Hmm.
think people realize like the hoops and the stuff that we have to go through to
Exactly.
actually do the thing and like yeah,
Well, and also if you're looking for tech or anything, so many people are not going to label it as accessible, fill in the blank, fashion, tech, whatever, because it puts them in a box,
mm-hmm,
in my opinion. So
yeah,
you gotta look outwardly and see how it worked for you. So like this is meant for video editors, not disabled video editors. You know what I mean? Like it's
right,
not, but it's like the curb cut effect. If it's useful for disabled people, it'll be useful for everyone else, vice versa type thing.
yeah. So it's kind of
Um,
like interpreting it in your own way. It's like, oh, this shortcut
hmm
keyboard would work great for me because I can't push multiple keys out at the same time or like whatever.
Yeah. But somebody else might want it because they're editing videos for 50 hours a day and,
Right.
whatever,
Yeah.
and want to do whatever, But yeah,
Yeah.
it's really nice.
That is so cool.
See?
Yeah, I'm gonna get
Yeah.
that from you because
Oh, and I'm sure it could be used for music. I'm sure, I mean, actually, I do know if it integrates with like Zoom and all that as well. But the
cool.
multi-camera thing we're talking about earlier,
Oh yeah,
I,
yes,
I don't know about on Riverside, but on other things, I know you can press a button, it'll switch the angles. So like multicam stuff. So like,
that's cool.
yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah,
nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And like I said, $170, that's not that bad.
I feel no, not at all. I literally feel like I just have a feeling that like your next couple episodes, I'm gonna come back and watch, and then it's gonna be like the camera's gonna change like 6 times. There's 6 different cameras. It's gonna
You're
be
gonna be like, too much, Caden, dial it back. Dial it back.
you're gonna like
Just dial it
here, a room
back.
shot, like
Yeah, overview of everything. Yeah, and you'll be like, Caden, Bestie, you're doing great. Dial it back.
No, I
About half
love
the
it though,
cameras.
like podcasts and it just like, you know,
There's you.
yeah.
Yeah. Let's see my go-to podcast right now. Let's see. I want to get yours too. I think mine right now are Brooke and Connor make a podcast. I don't know if you know who Connor Wood is.
Yes.
Comedian. I want to go see him. He's in North Carolina in January. I really want to go.
I'll do it.
I should. Or I can just come to Texas. Let's go find him in Texas.
Yeah, honestly, like, and if you need a place,
Just roll up in Texas. Let's see. Tony and Ryan, two Australian people. They're so funny.
I haven't seen them or watched them or listened to them.
It's so good. There's one called like Mikey's House, and yeah,
That one, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and maybe like the Midnight Report,
Midnight
something like that.
Listen,
Yeah.
I have so much fun podcasting. I'm sad that I've been so busy because those two have been on hiatus, and they need to come back. But
I love it.
podcasting is hard.
It's
a lot.
Listen. Yes, it's yapping, but also it does take more than you think to get it going. And editing is my thing. If I could record it and send it off, great.
You're like, yeah, that's all good, and that's why like Rivers does it for me. But like with like Mikey's House, like I'll make like an outline, kind of like this, and just whatever happens. But like the Midnight Report, I write a whole script for the entire episode.
See, I feel like for true crime, I would have to, and I love true crime, but like the amount of I need a team behind me for that. I feel like I need a researcher for that.
I will literally for each episode, I'll watch like a few documentaries, and then I'll get on Reddit. I'll do my articles, and then I just gotta compile it all together.
Yeah. I couldn't. I don't know how I could do. I barely do one, much less more than one.
I know when I was like, I want to do second one. I was like, what was I thinking? But
no.
It's coming back though. It'll come back soon.
Heck yeah, I'm excited for it. Yeah. Always. Yeah. Join his Patreon, y'all.
Hey, join my Patreon. I think it's Mikey Stone, I'm not sure. Or Rare with Mikey.
I can look. I joined it the other day.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, what's your go-to podcast right now?
Oh my gosh. I'm so basic, but I love the bsky report. I love I love So True with Caleb Harris.
Yeah, Caleb. He has a stand-up special coming out on HBO Max at the end of this month.
And he's in The Devil Wears Prada.
Is he?
The new one, I think. Yeah. I saw that somewhere and I was gagged.
I love him.
I love it. So funny and so
Drew Afwalo's fun.
I love the comment section.
So
I love her laugh. She's such a beautiful person and like
yeah, her and who else? There's one other person that has like the best laugh in the world.
Love a good laugh.
Jake Shane has a good laugh. I love hearing his laugh.
Jake Shane's laugh.
He's so random. I love him. But yeah, I forgot about those. Yeah. That whole like, I don't want to call them a group because they're definitely not a group, but like that whole like area of the internet is my area as well.
That's my
I'm there.
Yeah. Like they're my safety net. They're my safe space.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whatever you
What'd you say?
I was like, whatever you want to call that niche.
That whatever it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. And also like I've been getting back into OG YouTubers. So like Remy Cruz and Laura DIY and all those folks. Yeah. I only watch TV when I go to sleep. I'm not up to date on any new shows.
Yeah, me either. I when I'm going to bed I'll put on YouTube, but like I really just watch reruns of with Trixie and Katya.
Yeah.
Or I'll watch what is it? Bald and Beautiful or whatever.
Bald and Beautiful, yeah.
Yeah.
When I am sleeping, if my cousin's here, like he's here today, we watch King of the Hill to go to sleep, or Bob's Burgers, one of the two. I love Bob's Burgers, my favorite. And then if it's just me, no judgment from the crowd, please. I watch Dr. O Yukon Vet on Disney Plus.
Yes.
My little gal in Alaska doing her work.
Yes,
and I just fall asleep to that. Wake up, there's a random moose being tranquilized on my TV.
But like it's so like comforting and calming in a way. Like
Yeah, I don't know. 'Cause I don't have to think about it. Like I'm not a vet. I don't need to know what I'm doing. I just want to watch it.
Yeah, and I'm not a fan of shows where I really have to like think.
Yeah, not when I'm going to sleep.
No, no.
Or at all, really, but especially when I'm going to sleep.
Right, yeah, and like especially when I'm trying to go to sleep, I'm trying to shut my brain off, even though my brain like never shuts off.
Same. Yep. That's what my medication's for.
My mind wants to do that, but it doesn't. So
Well, I didn't think I needed it, or I didn't think I had an issue till I got on medicine. Like,
you're like, yeah, like, oh, it's
yeah.
better.
I could probably even do better than this, but here we are.
Right, right.
Yeah. I was trying to think of let's see, any other TV shows. This is very random. I have okay, I don't know if you do this. I have random screenshots of like promos for shows, podcasts,
Yeah.
comedy specials, concerts, anything. Like anything I want to go to, but like I don't know or I don't have a friend in mind to go with me yet. Or a caregiver to go with me yet. I'm like, but I need to research it, figure out pricing, where it's at, whatever. I'll screenshot it. Like I'm gonna go back and look at my screenshots and like forget about it. And then I like have to go through and like clear everything out. Like this passed, can't do this. This is too expensive. This is sold out. Can't do this. That's me.
Too. I have a lot of screenshots of one just random stuff, but like I do that as well with like events coming up or promotional stuff, things that I'll probably never go check out or see.
Yep.
But
I
I
do that with podcast guests. Like people I want to DM, but I'm too scared to. They'll just sit on my screenshots
it's
forever.
just like in there and it's like
Yeah. Like y'all, like what am I doing here?
you just do it. Just send the message. Be like,
Like,
yep,
hey.
yeah, yep.
Yeah, I gotta go through my screenshots and send messages. It sounds like because
Yeah.
the more I think about it, I'm like, there's quite a few on here that is quite ridiculous and absurd that this is still here.
I had this
Ugh.
app that would like delete my screenshots, but then I was like, well,
Oh,
what
I'm
if
too scared for that. I got too
yeah.
much medical shit on mine.
Yeah, no, for real, me too. I'm just like, wait, mine's a bunch of like test results or like
Literally, my aunt's a nurse, and like my chart does not transcribe what I need. So I'm like screenshotting and sending to my aunt. Hey, put this in normal people terms,
yeah.
please. And she'd be like, "So you need to get this checked out. Follow up with this. Don't worry about this. This wording's a little interesting, but shouldn't be a big deal." Like,
Yeah.
oh, thanks.
Oh, that must be
Yeah,
so
thank
nice though,
you.
having a nurse in the family.
Yeah, I'm sure she's annoyed because everybody does it to her, but she's fine.
For real, she's like, guys,
Okay.
I'm literally not at the hospital. Like, I'm out of
She's
work.
like, I work at an infusion clinic now. I don't work in urgent care. I don't work at a doctor's office anymore. I was like, I don't care. You got me in with this doctor. You were her nurse,
Mhm.
and now you got me in when she wasn't accepting patients. Now you deal with the consequences if you used to work there.
Right, no, exactly.
Yeah, that's how it's gonna be.
Like this is so
But
cute.
no, I'm sure she doesn't care. But I'm sure she maybe gets tired of it. But that's fine.
Yeah.
When did you start doing music? Going back into the podcast, I kind of got so sidetracked again.
No, you're fine. Me too. I literally was like, I'm like, um, I started. So my brother was learning how to play the piano. We were like, I was like 9, he was like 8, or no, I was 10, he was 9. And then, we kind of had like our sibling rivalry went kind of crazy. And so like I was like, oh, I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna be better. And then so I started doing it and then he quit and then I just kept doing it and
Oh, you beat him.
yeah, I beat him. But I just didn't stop. And so like I don't know, like at like when I was like 11, I started like writing my own like I started composing a little bit and then I started like that's when I got really into like pop music and so I started like writing my own songs and
He's
started
a prodigy, y'all.
I was starting, I mean, just like it's the second decade of my life, but big deal. No, I mean, it was so fun. I just thought it was like such a cool way to like get my feelings out, and I just kept doing that and practicing for like years and years and years, and then when I was like 18, I was like, okay, like I want to do this like professionally, like. So I went to school for audio engineering, and then I ended up becoming an artist myself, and I had like a band at one point and we were doing lots of shows and I was gigging. I was, we were practicing a lot and kind of just like honing my craft, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just like I never stopped wanting to just do that because I don't know, music is like one of the only things for me that's like ever felt like it made sense to me. Like I've never really been good at anything else or like really had the drive for anything else also.
That's how I felt with media, especially like, like in middle school here, I couldn't do like, I mean, I could have, I didn't want to do like drama or whatever. Like, I love musical theater now, but I would never be in it. I can't sing and I don't act, not yet. No,
Not
I'm kidding.
yet.
And so like, and I couldn't do like the typical PE and stuff that like a lot of the people could do. They tried, it doesn't really work. It's a waste of time, whatever.
Yeah.
So I did a lot of computer classes, whether it's animation, which is like Microsoft Paint animation. Like, let's not get crazy here.
Yeah.
PowerPoint, morning announcements, like all the other stuff for school, like computer class to the point where I was like assisting the teacher because I was like taking the same class over and over and over and over,
Mhm.
and so I didn't have anything else to do. I got to high school, then it was art and broadcast, audio, video, whatever you want to call it, and then
Yeah.
it stuck from there. And then I was like, I have no choice but to go to college. And I don't say that like my parents forced me.
Yeah.
It was I'm already so limited to what I can do.
Right.
And I live in a rural area where everybody works in construction of some kind or real estate, both of which I can't really do.
Mhm.
Oddly enough, I work at a real estate agent now for social media, but that's besides the point. And like I knew I needed like a something, you know. And so I was like, I need to do it. And so my teacher set me down in class, like everybody's working on stuff. She said, come sit right here. I said, okay. She wrote on the board every class I would be taking in the mass communications department at the college. Because she went there, and it was like I could live at home because I didn't really know how to like live on campus type situation.
Yeah.
And it's like down, it wasn't too far from the house, and so she wrote it down. I filled out the application in her office, and I only applied to 2 colleges. One I did not want to go to. One was just a like last resort, or I wasn't going to go. You know.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I got this one. I think I was a personality hire for sure, diversity hire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was basically told that, by the way. But basically, and in a nicer way, they were like, basically like, it was something that, like I think it was like a student worker that was working there. Was like, hey, I want you to know that basically like you more than likely got accepted because they needed the representation at this college. I was like, good, because y'all were so outdated with accessibility. But
You have
it was
diversity percentage that they send in.
yeah,
Yeah.
real. I was one of 2 people in wheelchairs and one's transferred out.
Really?
Yeah, I mean it was a small college, but still, yeah,
Right. Yeah. I thought about going
you
back to
know,
school too, and I was like recently too, because I just moved back
same.
home and I live in a small town and there's a college here, but it's small, and I'm like, maybe I'd get in.
Well, see, a part of me is like getting too comfortable being done now, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no, am I about to apply to online college, go more in debt to get a master's?
Right. No, I mean
It
it's a big decision. And also like
is.
I'm a horrible student also.
Same.
I'm so bad. And then I'm like, no, I'm gonna take all these classes. I'm gonna take this many hours, and then I'm stressed out, and then I'm crying and shaking and like
Mhm.
physically ill. And
I just procrastinate really bad.
yeah, me too. I'm the
I'm
worst.
bad.
Like
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll wait until I'm super stressed out, and then I'm like, I have to do this, or I'm gonna like.
But I low key perform under pressure then.
Yeah, no, I do too. That's why like I think
That's not good.
no, it's like I mean like I've learned I'm good in a crisis, but
Yeah.
so there's that.
Yeah, I need you, if I ever post something on my Instagram that I'm going back to college, I need you to text me and say, hey, no. Like, hey, how about don't do that? Hey,
No,
bud,
same.
can you listen to me, please? Don't do this.
No,
Call me at midnight. Hey, Caden, no.
it's me because if I make a video where it's like, "Hey guys, I'm going back to school," just
Just laying in bed, like hey, I think I'm gonna apply to college tomorrow. No.
You just right that second and you say, you go up to that admissions office and you drop out right now.
Literally, 'cause I cannot be doing that. I cannot go more in debt.
I can't either. I can't either. Like, I don't know if
Ugh.
I want to. It's so weird.
Yeah, I mean, I think like, and somebody's like, well, will it help advance your career? I'm like, not really. I was like, I can't think of a single reason why that would help me in my part-time social media marketing job in real estate
Right.
or my freelance stuff. It won't.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, guess what? It won't. But here I am. I don't understand why my brain does that. I'm like, why would I want to go that much more in debt?
It's
I'm
like,
already 40 or 50 grand in debt.
maybe it's just that like genetic drive, like the biological drive to like,
Yeah.
you know,
You know,
growth.
I wonder if it's like I get told, and I was told, especially in college, you know, a lot of people like you just wouldn't go to college. A lot of people like you would not be in school. A lot of people like you weren't allowed to go out and about. A lot of people like you just would give up and live off the government. A lot of people like just on and on and on from family members, mind you. And
Yeah.
I'm like, that just almost makes me want to do it more. I'm like,
Right.
hey, I have now I have a degree and a minor, first generation college student. Like, yeah, but also there was other disabled people there, so I guess in a way I kind of get what they're saying, but not really.
It's like a weird stereotypical thing. Like,
Yeah.
I know, like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I think it's weird because, like, you know, that might have been the case like years and years ago when things weren't as accessible and campuses weren't accessible and, you know, there was more stigma, I think, than there is now, which there's still stigma to break, but like, I don't know, like, I think when I hear things like that, it makes me like, I do things out of spite, like, because I can be nasty,
Same.
and I'm like, all right, you know what?
Yep.
I'm gonna do this times 10, and then you're really gonna
Mhm.
be like, oh wow, like he did that. So I get, you know, I get that, and I I don't know. Sometimes I get lost in the sauce with it, and I'll forget who I'm doing it for, you know,
Yeah.
like. But it's like I don't know. I don't understand how people can think that way sometimes.
I don't know. Yeah, I almost have to feel like I need to prove my worth, which I don't.
Yeah, and that's like
So
damaging
here we are.
yourself, you know, just like
And I feel like so many disabled people have to go with along with that.
yeah,
Like they feel like they have to. They don't, but they feel like they have to.
absolutely.
Yeah. You've had a busy last like what, 2 months? 2 months?
Yeah, yeah.
What is going on, man?
I don't
Okay, for
know.
LA conference, music, a single out about raising or spreading awareness of ALS, a
Mhm.
People magazine.
Yeah,
Like, hello, sir.
I don't know what is happening. I
How does it feel? As
it feels great.
cliche as that is.
I mean, I'm so grateful and thankful for the opportunities to be able to get my story out there and you know let people know they're not alone and that you know raise awareness for in general for ALS and people with disabilities, things like that. Just really like trying to uplift this community because I we go through it, you know, and I just
Yeah.
really trying to like you know shed some like light, you know, hashtag hope core, whatever. But you know, it's been really crazy. It's been busy though. Like, you know, I'm kind of I'm really just getting to the point where it's like I'm used to it, but I was going from, you know, not really doing much to doing all this crazy stuff. And that's exciting, but I'm so exhausted and my body is so tired just
Yeah.
from the physical fatigue of everything and I'm not doing a great job at resting right now.
I don't do that anyway. I can imagine
But
if it
yeah, right.
uh,
It's like oh, I'll sleep later. But
yeah.
no, it's been really
Real quick, I pulled an all-nighter last night. Went to sleep at is 8:30 this morning.
how
Not kidding.
how are you functioning?
Okay, so I woke up or I went to sleep at 8:30, woke up at like 2,
Yeah.
ate breakfast, dinner, lunch all combined, I guess. And had coffee and now I'm here. And play Fortnite, now I'm here.
Yeah, no, you shut up. You got great energy today, and I'm over here like I had like a full 10 hours, and I feel like I'm dragging.
I will be dead today and tomorrow. And tomorrow I'm supposed to be at a festival all day. We'll see what happens.
I'm sending you the best vibes. You got this.
We're fine. There'll be alcohol and coffee. I'm fine.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
kidding.
it'd perk you right up. And honestly,
Exactly.
like I don't drink anymore, but when I did, like I always noticed like alcohol gave me energy.
Yeah, see, I gotta be careful because like I feel like it gives me emotional and like internal energy, but physically my body gets weak and I can't
Yeah,
like my it just feels like I can't control my body even less than what I already
you already
could.
can. Yeah,
But like mentally, it gets me like going.
yeah. You're like I can't move, but mentally I am.
I'm here.
Yeah, I feel like if I
Yeah,
were to drink now, that's how it would be for me. I feel like
yeah.
it's which I don't because only because of my one of the medications I'm on for epilepsy says may cause labored breathing and whatever I guess.
No, yeah, I guess.
True,
Yeah.
but so I no, so I get it. Like I feel like if I did it now, like I feel like my body wouldn't really this wouldn't work, right?
Yeah.
Even more than it doesn't now. So, but mentally, we're
Hmm.
good.
Oh, we're talking about. So sorry. Holy crap.
Sorry.
Whoa. People magazine. Let's go back to that. I don't know what happened,
We
but
just started talking about
yeah.
alcohol, getting drunk.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, no, people, crazy.
How did that happen?
So I had a very amazing, beautiful person reach out to me. She's a very, very talented journalist. Her name is Jordan. And I didn't know this, but the first time we met over Zoom, she was like, I've been following you for like a couple years. And I was like, no,
Oh,
wait. She just was like, I really would love to share your story on people. And I was just
like people.com, people
yeah, I was like,
magazine. What? What?
people.com.
That people?
Yeah, like, people. And she was like, yeah, people. And I was like, all right. And I thought it was a scam first. I was like, there's no way.
Yeah.
Like I had to like do my Googling and I was like, nope. She,
That's my worst fear is how am I gonna know if something's a scam or not a scam on social
yeah,
media? I'm like, I feel like I'm pretty good, but when it comes to stuff like that, I've been asked by a couple different things, like not people, but something I'm like, how how do I know?
and it's like, am I gonna take that chance? Because like I get a lot of
Mm,
like media and press requests now, and half of them have been kind of scammy. So
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm always like, how do I do? I'm asking my friend who like has done more stuff than me in this world. And, like she that's just her her career and her social media career. I'm texting like, hey, scale from 1 to 10, how legit is this? Hey, would you do this if this was you? Yeah, and she's like, um, maybe. I was like, okay, thanks. Yeah.
It literally was like, I don't know if this is real, but I'm gonna hop on the Zoom call with who I hope is this person. And no, it was great. It was a great experience, and I was just super thankful that she wanted to share my story, and she wrote a beautiful piece, and she really did my story justice. And
I love that.
I'm just super thankful that she helped me raise awareness because the story did really well, and a lot of people saw it, and I think it's very.
My jaw dropped. I was like, Mikey. It's
I
like now I gotta get him before it's too late.
That was crazy. No, I will always make time. You want to do part two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10?
Don't tempt me. We
Here.
will be co-hosts.
I'm here. Like I'm busy, but I will make time for you, Caden. I got
Somehow I bounce off bet with people than by myself. I'm like, I need someone.
no. I think podcasts are just more fun with like a co-host anyway, because
Hmm.
I get bored by myself sometimes.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, y'all, like, am I doing anything here?
Right? Am I eating? Because like sometimes when I'm doing like a solo episode, I just look at myself and I'm like, what are we talking
Like,
about?
hey, these are my 3 a.m. thoughts that shouldn't be everywhere, and now you're hearing them. Should this happen?
Right, yeah. So like let's turn these 3 a.m. thoughts into a full 45-hour long
Yeah.
episode. Why not?
Is that like I guess in the scheme of this kind of stuff, is that like your whoa moment so far,
Yeah,
people?
for sure. Yeah. I was like, is this really happening? And then like I did the interview with her and then she's like, all right, yeah, just like give me a couple of weeks. And then she texted me and she was like, all right, it's coming out tomorrow. And I was like,
Oh, thanks
I
for
was,
the heads
I
up.
was like biting my nails all day. And then that whole next day, I was just waiting around with my phone. I kept refreshing and refreshing. And then at like 4 p.m. that day, I got the notification and I was like, "Oh, this is like
What is
insane."
happening? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the SpongeBob meme where he's like biting his nails like a harmonica back and forth.
Yeah, yeah.
Back and forth.
Crazy. It's just so surreal, and I hope that I'm able to continue doing like bigger stuff like that and cool stuff, and um, because I think just raising awareness is so important, and it just was I don't know, it's super surreal, super crazy. I still can't believe that that happened, but
That will be linked in the description for you to read. Please do it. Amazing.
read that, guys.
Yeah, get those. Click, keep clicking that link. Get those link clicks for sure.
Yeah,
And then also you released "Losing to the Letters"
yeah.
with Frankie Torres. Talk about that. How did that happen? How long was that process from being like, were you asked to do it? How long, what was that whole process?
Yeah, so we were asked to do it. I just did a podcast with my friend Corey Mosley. He's a great guy. He's living with ALS. He has a familial version of ALS, and he hosts the ALS Matters podcast. I recommend everybody go check it out. It's very eye-opening and inspiring, and he's just a really cool guy. I loved hanging out with him, and I actually just met him for the first time at the ALS Nexus convention, and we had a great time hanging out. And so I did the podcast with him, through the ALS Association. And then after I did that, the ALS Association reached back out to me and they're like, hey, crazy idea. But we are in contact with this person. Her name is Frankie Torres. They're like, you might have seen her on The Voice, but she lost her dad to ALS. And we think that it would be really cool if you guys maybe like connected, and if it worked out, maybe writing a song together to showcase at the ALS Nexus convention in Dallas this year. And I was like, oh, yeah, absolutely. I was like,
Yeah.
why not? So I got Frankie's number from them. We were connected and we did like a couple of I think we only FaceTimed like 3 or 4 times during this whole
Oh wow.
yeah, so we were pretty fast with it, and we talked about our ideas, and we kind of wanted to do a song where it was like shared my experience, what it's like living with ALS. She shares what it was like, sharing her experience losing someone very close to her to ALS, and so it's kind of like different experiences, but still like just two sides of the same story, technically, I guess, and
Mhm.
in other terms, and it was a really, really great experience. I loved working with her. She's so talented. I think she should have won The Voice that season, but also like I don't know, she's just so talented and is such a beautiful soul and has such a beautiful spirit about her, and despite everything that she's gone through with it, and I just had a great time. It was just super fun. I produced the song and she did her thing on it. We co-wrote the song. She came up with the term "losing to the letters." I thought that was brilliant.
Mhm.
And yeah, she got into the studio. I got in the studio. She sent me her stems, and I just threw it all together. And then, like 2 weeks later, we were in Dallas, and we debuted the song live. It was the world premiere, and it was live streamed, and it was great.
That's amazing. I love that these organizations are utilizing not only their community members, but also their talent. So like there's that situation, and I don't know if you know who the singer James Ian is. He has spinal muscular atrophy type 3. A couple years ago, he wrote a song for SMA because he has like I said SMA type 3,
Hmm.
and they also premiered it, I want to say, at the SMA conference that year.
Wow.
And yeah, it's really, and then it's called Spaces. It's so good. And so they did like a music video with other community members, and like I think it might have been during COVID, so it was like a virtual thing.
Yeah.
But it was really cool. Yeah, I love that they use their community, their talents, their interests, their platforms, all that. It's amazing.
Right. No, I think that's amazing. I think that's just I don't know. I love seeing it as well, and I think it's very eye opening for other people. and these organizations actually including, you know, people who they're supporting in these projects.
Yeah.
I think that's so cool. It's groundbreaking.
I love that I went to the SMA conference for the first time this year. First time flying, first time everything.
Wow.
And yeah, I went all the way to California from Georgia, across the country, baby, for the first flight. And just the advocacy teams, the community teams, like people on the board, they were all obviously they were all in the community, but like a lot of them did social media for themselves and they were advocating themselves and they got incorporated into the advocacy teams there. And just the atmosphere around advocacy and social media as a whole throughout the entire conference was literally like life, like eye opening. Like I met some people and like I was awkward at first, like change social media, like you never know how to do that. Like I'm from a small town, we don't do that type thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, but then people were asking me, so then I felt comfortable. And a couple of them, I was like, yeah, let's do it. And I went, I'm like, oh, girl, I'm already following you. I didn't realize that was like I didn't put your face to the content.
Yeah.
I was like, I've been following you since I saw you post something about the conference last year or something like that.
Wow.
Like it's really cool to see. Yeah.
Yeah, and to be around other people and yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
It was like your first time. A lot of big steps in that
It was.
But how
And
like I don't know, like that's just such a really cool thing that you did.
it was amazing. I loved it. We're gonna go back this year. This year it's at Disney World instead of Disneyland. They alternate. And
Nice.
the craziest small world thing happened. So I get back from California in June and I go to my weight loss doctor and we are doing checkup. Everything's good, fine, dandy, whatever.
Yeah.
And she went, oh, I thought about you the other day while I was on vacation. I was like, okay. I was like, what? And she said, I was in California at Disneyland with my family, and there was an SMA conference going on. And she's like, and I was like, oh my God, Caden would love this. I'm like, I was there. I was like, I was there. And she went, no. I said, yeah, I left Sunday morning. She's like, we got there Saturday night. And I was like, what? I was like, we, like, from the same, was it like same area, one county over. And you're telling me that we were at the same hotel at the same time in California.
What a coincidence. Like what a crazy
And she thought of me. And she's like, hey, this would be cool. You should go to this next year. I was already there.
So it's gonna be in Orlando this next year.
Yeah, so they usually do like a East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, like or middle of the country, and then on alternate. And so it was Disneyland. This year will be Disney World. They announce it at the end of each conference. They announce the next year. In the past, it's been in Texas. They've done random ones like in Amsterdam, DC, like such random ones. But usually, like Disney World and Disneyland are constant. Like, they're always at those two because Disney is just like their hotels and everything's the most successful, like, and capable of holding 3,000 people. At least.
Yeah.
In addition to the other stuff,
Disney's like big on accessibility as well. So like,
yeah, they can work on some things for sure with their passes. But other than that, like the physical accessibility is great for the most part. Yeah.
The ALS convention next year is in Orlando. I'm not sure I can't remember what the dates are.
What if we're there at the same time?
I think it's August.
Could you imagine they accidentally had two disability-focused conferences at the same time?
Place at the same time.
That'd be crazy. Ours is in June every year.
In June. I think ours is August.
So what you're saying is I'm going to do it in June, come back home, and come back down there and say hi in August.
Yes. No, please do. I literally, because I was thinking, I was like, well, we're going to be in Orlando, like, and I haven't been to Disney World since I was a kid, so I was like, we got to go.
Yeah, my Make-A-Wish was Disney World.
Was it really?
It was, yeah.
When I do get into, like, flying again, I am scared about the chair thing. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I've been researching it for years. I have a whole thing sent to you for real.
Okay.
Of like, literally, like how to prepare the chair, what I did, what I didn't do, all that jazz. Yeah.
I'll take it because I have a travel chair, but like I'd much rather just like the comfortable one, Like,
yeah. And I over prepared, but obviously it was still a little broken, just not a lot, but still, like,
Yeah.
it was fine. I want to talk about new music. Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw it. I said, "Oh, I'm sad
I
always, but now I'm really am sad."
no, I'm so excited to like share it with people because this is my first thing that I've really put out since being diagnosed with ALS, besides losing to the letters, but more of just like my own stuff and like my own style and really tapping back into like my artistry and stuff like that. So I'm super excited. I've been working really hard on it and I can't wait to really like roll it out and show everybody like because I think a lot of people know me as like the guy with ALS online,
Mhm.
and I think there is like some stereotypical stigma stuff going on around that. And I want to like put this out and then people be like, "Damn, like I didn't know that he could do that." Like
Yeah, exactly.
I'm really, really excited. There's going to be some visual content coming out with that as well.
Ooh,
Mhm.
my favorite.
Yeah,
I work with an artist part-time, local artist, and
cool.
when that happens, I can't talk about literally anything. But when it does happen, I'm so excited to be part of the visual project parts of it and all that.
And it's so
That's
cool. Like,
my jam.
I love when it's just like, I can't show you guys yet, but like, I think the only thing I can say is like, it's so that it's an EP. It's coming out in January. It's
Love.
called "This Is Hard for Me." There will be a couple singles come out before with some
Yes.
with some
Okay,
with
good,
some
good, good. I was gonna
videos.
ask.
Yeah, with some videos. And what is it about? I mean, it's really like kind of just about my non-existent like love life, and it's
Mood.
heavy queer undertones,
Uh,
and I just feel like it's really true to me, and I think a lot of people in multiple communities are gonna relate to it, and I'm really excited to showcase it and put it out because I feel like now like I have a lot of people watching me that I didn't have before, so I'm kind of nervous, but super excited.
no,
Yeah,
because what is it? Would you say it's the same vibe as your previous works you put out?
I think totally different. I think it's
Oh, really?
different. Yeah, I think the production has just like gone up and I've really taken my time on it and I think they're really good songs and I don't know, like I feel like before I was trying to put myself in these boxes as an artist, but like now I just like listen to these songs that I've created and I'm just like, oh, this is like me. Like this feels like me, So it's and I was going by like different stage names and band names, with my previous stuff, and so going just as Mikey, it's kind of it feels weird and like vulnerable, but like
Yeah.
super excited and cool to do it.
Can you talk about like first single vibes at all?
Yeah, yeah, I sure can.
Ooh.
So there is a song and it's called um what it feels like. It's kind of sad boy vibes, but
See, I love a sad ballad. Those are my
it's so
jams.
like I don't know, it's kind of like raw and like I don't know, it just really connects with it and connects with it when I was writing it and there will be a video with it. And so that's exciting. That'll probably come out sometime in November.
Ooh,
But
so soon.
so soon, so soon.
That's actually so soon.
So excited. I know, I can't believe it's already
Wo-
September, but yeah,
Yeah, I was talking about that the other day. I was like, what is happening?
yeah.
September? What?
I know. I feel like
Mm.
it was just June.
It literally, I was just in California
That's
in June, and what are you telling me now? It's September.
yeah.
It's fall. I need to put up as you can see, my cover's already out.
No, I was looking, I was like, That's so cute."
I'm not gonna lie, it's just covering my mess of pillows. And then like, yeah, I don't have I have some fall decorations, they're not out yet. I just got my howdy sign, but yeah.
No, I love it. I have a
I
real boring studio with like nothing on the walls.
Listen, my room is so random. Like, okay, so my bedroom and bathroom are all one big room for accessibility reasons. So
Yeah.
like the cat picture my friend got me for graduation gift. That's a film poster way over there.
Nice.
How do you sign? I have a somewhere. I don't know where I put it. Oh, it's over here now. I have an antique film magazine from 1927
So cool.
over here. Yeah, it's really cool. And then those pictures on this side are 3 pictures I took at concerts. Can't really see them though, but yeah, very random stuff.
I'm
Very.
eclectic as well. Like, I have a whole house, which I don't know why,
Ugh,
but it
I
is.
would be yeah. I'd
I'll
be
be
broke.
zooming. I'll be zooming around the.
Well,
Yeah.
see, I'd be broke because I like things to be done, but I like when I get my mind on something, I want it done. And I've been redoing my room right now, and it's eating me alive that it's not done right now.
See, and I feel like I have too much space on the wall, so like my house doesn't feel done
Yeah,
because there's not like, I don't have a picture here, or, like a poster here, like
yeah,
yeah. So it's kind
that's where
of,
I'll be
but
broke.
it's filling up. It's filling up slowly.
That's good. So, what? How long have you been working on this music project?
Realistically, a month maybe. It's been in my mind for like a few months, but I just really started working on it like a month ago. And I get in these like manic kind of like states where I'm like, I'm gonna write a whole EP about this or an album about this, and then I just like take a week and I'll produce the music, and then I like to do it while I'm still in that vibe, so I can really capture, you know,
Yeah, the raw emotion and feeling of
the
it. Yeah,
emotions, the essence of what I'm going through, what I'm feeling in that moment. So it feels like a lot to me at once because it is, but um, yeah, so just like a month, but like it's already like I'm
she
almost
is
ready
in the
to film it.
pipeline.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Well, that's another thing. Like I get bored easily doing the same thing. That's why I like doing this social media. It's always a little different.
yeah,
And building a website, obviously, every website I build is different for different things and reasons and whatever.
right,
I just think also with disability, you never know. Like, obviously, every disability is different, but like
yeah,
some days I might be feeling so weak, and then other ones I might have to have this injection, and then I might be sick from this, have the ear infection, this go around, and my body takes longer to heal, then I might be feeling great during this week right here, so I need to get everything I can done.
yes,
Or, my vitamin D and my B12 is low, so then I'm tired, then I'm fatigued, and
yeah. No, it's a
I just,
thing.
that's all my issues at least.
No, like I totally get it. Like whenever, like I'll have like periods where like I feel like I'm doing okay, and then I do too much, and then my body is just so like fatigued. I
Hmm.
don't want to do anything, and like so like that's why I think like when I'm on a good note, I really try to get everything done at once, even when especially when I'm in the studio, and like some weeks I'm having good weeks vocally, because my throat muscles are kind of like going in and out, and I just feel like okay, I'm like, okay, if this is a good vocal week, just gonna track vocals this whole week. Try not to
Yeah.
overdo it, but then like because I feel like next week I'm not gonna be able to as well, you know?
Yeah, but also I'm the kind of person, I guess it's like the creative thing inside me and a lot of other people I know. But like I do not like sitting still or not doing something or like if I'm resting, which is a totally normal thing to do, and napping, especially with disabilities,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm being lazy or wasting time or whatever. I'm like, no, but I need this.
Right. Yeah. No,
And
that
it's such a hard balance because you're taught in school, you know,
stay busy.
perfect attendance. If you don't, like, all that stuff. I'm like, oh, so I was taught this my entire life, and now it's come back to bite me in the ass.
Right. Yeah. No, like I think rest is important, and I think a lot of people think that like just because you rest, you're not being productive or it's taking time out of your productiveness, and like here to end that stigma because
Yes, and it's a lot to. I had trouble doing it myself, much less getting other people to realize.
yeah, yeah, no, same. Like I sometimes I'll beat myself up for it, and I'm just like, man, all I did today was like lay around and rest, and then I was like, Mikey, keyword rest. You're resting because you're tired, and like your body
Rest.
literally has this thing that like you can't control, and
Yeah,
yeah,
and everybody's like, your rest is like you're still like on social media posting your stuff. You're still playing video games. Yeah, because like neither of those require like creating stuff and like planning as much. Like my personal social media, like I
right,
don't have to rely on other people's input, other people's stuff to do that work. That's only me,
Yeah.
and it's more of a hobby. I mean, it's job-esque, but hobby as well.
Yeah.
And then video games. Girl, that's video games. So like, you know,
I love a good.
I was gonna say, are you a video game guy?
I'm not really much of a gamer anymore. I was when I was like middle school. I did like a lot of like Red Dead Redemption and
Oh,
GTA,
heck yeah.
you
I
know.
had to play on silent because I wasn't allowed to hear the bad words, so I could
Yeah.
go and murder people.
And
But I couldn't listen.
yeah, but I want to hear the NPCs like cuss me out when I'm walking down the street or like
Yeah, I know, but I can't hear that, but I can go shoot them in the head.
right,
That's fine.
exactly. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
totally.
totally different.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I did a lot of that, and then now I just feel like I don't have time to do anything fun like that.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just working all day, every day now.
I feel like this last month, I'm like, I really have to dial it back in the video games. Like, I really need to, like,
Take a break.
I say as I didn't pull an all-nighter last night, but that's besides the point.
Right.
I'm like, oh, like, I can't just sit here and do this and do the work later. Like, it takes priority. I'm like, these are like, I have 2.5 websites. I need to get my personal stuff. Like,
Mhm.
I got the other job, social media is consistent, and then another one, and then there's other persons I'm trying to help with. But I got to finish this other video project
Yeah.
first, and it's all deadline based and time sensitive. I'm like, but video game.
But the other thing I'll do like now is like I might play a little Roblox before bed sometimes.
Heck yeah.
I love Roblox.
Listen, no judgment from the chat once again.
Yeah.
Bingo on Roblox.
Goes so hard. I'll
And ridiculous.
crazy. I'll
Oh,
play like Dress to Impress or like
I haven't played that in forever.
that was so good. Flee the Facility, Evade,
I don't know what that was.
a couple other niche ones, but love Roblox.
I used to play. There was a Prison Break. I
Prison
think
Break.
there was another one. I don't remember the name. Of Breaking Point or something. It's
Break.
like a Russian roulette type vibe.
Yes. Yeah, it's like who
Yeah.
shot who or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then natural disaster survival. Those are like
that's a
my
classic.
3 go-to like back years ago. I haven't played Roblox besides the damn bingo and Dress to Impress in forever.
I was playing Roblox like when it came out, like
Same.
2007, 8, 9, like back when it was
Yeah.
just Lego vibes.
Yeah, and so I remember me and my cousin, he was younger than me. Like I'm 24 now, he's 20, 19,
Yeah.
20-ish, I'm not sure. So we had that age difference, but we'd have both of our shitty computers that are like bricks just sitting side by side on the table. His is a hand-me-down from his dad. Mine was like some old one from I don't even know where.
Yeah.
And we're side by side trying to join the same lobby before even where you could join friends, trying to get in the same one to play together. And then eventually I added join friends, and then like we would play Sims, but Sims isn't multiplayer, so we'd play side by side separately but together.
Okay.
Yeah. We did that for hours, and then we upgraded to Xboxes. Finally.
I need to get back into gaming. I need to like once this music stuff is done, I'm taking a back seat and I'm just
Yeah.
gonna chill.
Yeah. I try to play in some form or another, whether it's on my computer for a little bit and alternate with work,
Mhm.
so I don't get burnt out. Like I've discovered like alternating is good, or play on my Switch on my TV at night. Just
Yeah.
a cozy game that I don't need to think.
Yeah.
Like the original My Sims from the Wii.
The Wii, yes. Oh
They
yes.
brought it over onto Switch.
That's so
So
cool. I didn't know that.
I just want to talk about your podcast for a second.
Right.
Basically, just promote anything you want to,
Yeah.
and then where to find them. And yeah, and that's basically it.
Cool.
So, yeah.
So I have a podcast. It's called Mikey's House Podcast. I also have a podcast called The Midnight Report, Mikey's House. It's literally just an extension of me, but just a little more unfiltered. And I just share my thoughts on things, questions I get asked a lot, but just in a more extensive amount of time. Basically just me yapping for like an hour. And it's really fun. I'll have guests on there sometimes. We raise awareness on there as well. Midnight Report. I love true crime. I'm a weirdo. I love
Same.
natural stuff. I believe in Bigfoot, aliens, Mothman. I want to talk about all of it. I want to talk about the craziest true crime stories,
Mm.
and I just think it's so interesting. So I was like, this is my jam. Like, why not do something like that? And it's been super fun to do that. So you can check out Mikey's House podcast or the Midnight Report podcast wherever you listen to your podcasts, Apple Podcast, Amazon, Spotify, whatever. Or you can watch the full video versions of both on YouTube. And I think it's literally just Mikey's House podcast and then the Midnight Report podcast or the Midnight Report pod, one of those. I'll text you and I'll let you know. But
it'll also all be linked down below, and also your Patreon where you get extra or early or
yeah,
both.
so you get early episodes. So I think Mikey's House comes out on Friday, but you'll get it on Monday. Midnight Report comes out on Wednesdays, but you'll get it on Saturdays.
Ooh.
So you get to know what's going on. We're talking about before anybody else. Also,
Listen,
do
yeah.
extra episodes. So on the minute or on Mikey's House, I do like an extra kind of segment that's just for Patreon, and it's just kind of like an little extended talk of what we talked about and more unfiltered yapping and thoughts, and that's super fun over there. And I just love connecting with people on Patreon. It's just so much. But also, like, if I don't know what to talk about that week, or especially with like the Midnight Report, like Patreon is a great place where I can reach out to people who are like in my Patreon bestie family and can ask like, hey guys, like, what do you want me to talk about this week, or what do you want to see, like things like that. So that's another way for just all of us to just connect, and you guys can connect on there as well because we have group chats and stuff like that. So that's super fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's where you can listen and watch all that cool stuff.
No offense to everyone else in the world, but that's the only Patreon I pay for.
No way, you're lying.
It is. I bought it once for somebody else way back. I don't know when. I guess during COVID, probably a little bit after. But I just didn't. I was like, nah, like, I'm not gonna
No, I
use it
feel
or not.
bad because I haven't been as active on there.
No, don't worry. I'm there. I'm there. I'm sat and I'm waiting.
Podcast is coming back soon, guys. I promise.
Heck yeah.
Next
And then
2 weeks.
the teaser for or the trailer for Midnight Report.
Oh yeah.
Chef's kiss. Whoa.
Thank you.
As a film guy, whoa.
Thank you. I literally found this film studio. They had all these sets, and I was like, I'm using every single one. Just set all of them up for me. I went in there with my little Canon EOS R50 and my two little cheap lights I got off Amazon, and I just went to town by myself.
You did that by yourself?
Yeah, and then I went home and edited it that night.
Ah.
I get in these like manic little like episodes, I guess, where I'm just like, I just really want to get this done, and it's fun.
I wish more people around where I lived wanted a studio like that. I would love to create one, just have sets. But I don't live anywhere that needs that, like nobody is going to use that here.
Yeah, that's how I feel about where I'm at now too. Like
if it's not a coffee shop, an embroidery place, or
an antique store, maybe
an antique store, or like homemade craft items that really should not be sold for money, then no offense to y'all, love y'all, whoever you are, then you're gonna shut down in this town.
Yeah.
Or fast food.
Fast food, yeah. No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Now I'm okay with the coffee shops. I will visit every single one of them. I'm good friends with the owners of one of them specifically. I love it.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that. The rest, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. You got to stay in with the coffee shops, though.
Yeah, that's why I get my work done.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah.
That's where you edit and you do your thing.
Exactly. That's where I spend so many hours.
Yeah.
When I can. But yeah,
I love coffee shops that do like answer emails or do some work.
Got something about it just keeps me so motivated, and like not being able to play video games. Obviously, like I only have my one screen and my phone.
Yeah.
I don't have my anything else. I don't have anything to be able to do video games or anything like that. Like it is just purely focused on work and music.
Okay.
And coffee. I don't know why, but it gets me focused immediately, and I can sit there for 8 hours and not move and not realize it.
And just be like, oh wow, it's been.
Oh wow, they're closing and they're kicking me out, and I got everything done. But yeah, that's how it is. Anything else you want to mention or promote or talk about or anything?
I don't really think so. I mean, I told you guys where I find the podcast. Music will come out under Mikey Stone. That's my name. And then that'll be out on all streaming platforms. And videos will be out everywhere else. I guess you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Mikey Stone Music. I just switched my username up. We rebranded. But
Okay, so you did. I thought I was crazy. I was
yeah.
like, wait,
No, like
has it always been okay?
yeah, so I haven't been like I've been posting and like I've not been getting like the normal amount of like engagement that I have been, and I think people are confused. So
Mhm.
that's why I just had to clarify that.
It's okay. I joined the Instagram pay rollout thing at one point, like forever ago, like where you
Yeah.
get like taint anything I ever was like gaining. I
Yes.
was like, oh, so not doing that again.
That's
Now I'm
how
scared to do anything.
That's how I was with the TikTok like rewards thing until like
Yeah.
recently it started working. But like the first 3 times I joined, views gone.
Like I'm not there to be able to do that, and yet, but I don't even know what it was. Like, what it was something that anybody with like so many like over 1,000 could do. I don't know what it was.
Yes.
I'm like, y'all tanked me. What happened?
It's so crazy. The
Yeah,
algorithm.
now I'm scared to do anything.
Right, yeah, no, I don't think I would do it on Instagram now, just because I'm scared. I'm too scared.
Yeah, no, I just rely on the viral sounds.
Right, yeah. We'll let the viral sounds work, do our magic for us.
That one did its thing, and then now I'm chilling. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. I had a
Absolutely, anytime.
blast.
Call me up.
I
Hey, let's
mean
do it
it.
again.
I'm serious. I'll come back anytime
Listen,
you
you're
want.
gonna tempt me, and I'm gonna call you up tomorrow and be like, "Hey, we're back."
Sounds good. I'm ready. I got nothing planned this weekend.
All right, everyone. Thank you for listening. That was Mikey. He's fantastic. I'm recording this in front of him. It's not awkward at all. Go follow him on all the social medias, all the streaming platforms for his music, and be on the lookout for all his content. It's amazing, and sassy, and creative, and random, and helpful, and educational. Go follow him, follow us, or this podcast, wherever. And yeah, I'll talk to you all later. Bye bye.